A dogged performance from Eyeballers on map 2 buys them the opportunity here as they head to Mirage. Starting on the T side, not their favourite place to be, but with 2 smokes and 3 flashes, a good pistol start here. Could well get Eyeballers the upset victory that they have been scrapping for since map 1. It's not going to be easy though. The Movistar Riders have put up a fight. They've shown what they're capable of. And with Julie's up close and personal in the B apartments, this one will get very ugly. Flashes are out. Mopos is just going to bide his time. They're not going to clear their man. And the Julies will start to go to work too. sausoL backing up with one more inside of the site, but they've managed to get that site secured. Problem is the bomb, which has been dropped in at the Van Dien and makes it a very awkward retake, but Peppzor's trying to make it stick.
Every time Movistar look like they should have a round in hand with a good advantage, it just slips away, and it's Shine who goes aggressive in towards Kitchen and takes the final 2 kills for himself. Cleans it up to help Peppzor, who had done all the heavy lifting up to that point. Even then, though, he does assist with that flash for the final 2 kills. JW on towards the Bison again. Force buy coming out from Movistar, that's not going to be all that well funded. A Scout, some pistols, Kevlar, and a small bit of utility. Eyeballers have a chance here if they take this round to get a 3-0 lead in the early moments and maybe build some economy up in the process.
It's an ugly old force, as you said. PP Bison is out for JW once more. flusha takes the Mac 10, and those are the significant sacrifices for the Eyeballers. 2 Galils and an AK. To make sure they maintain a very definite firepower advantage and a very slow, very measured approach to this opening part of the round. A flash through for davidji on the Movistar Riders side of things does secure the A ramp, confirm that for at least the time being it's open, but whether they actually want to test that theory is another question entirely, and with davidji backing out of it, it will allow the Eyeballers just to work their way up this mid-control. Mac 10 PP Bison ringing out, and it is going to be this B-slit with very limited presence available for the CT side. sausoL mollied out of his spot, spotted out by Shine. That pulls away the second defender from the B-bomb site. Little do they know, it's Mopos entirely alone with no armor, no nothing, just a defuse kit on this B site to try and stay alive, to try and buy what time he can. He slipped the net for now, and up close and personal, that Deagle will do work. One, as he darts and dives around the smoke. davidji finds another, and through that smoke, so close on the Mopos to finding the kill that may well have made this round incredibly doable. Instead, 3-on-3 made 3-on-2 by JW, and the round starts to fall apart as Movistar Riders with a Scout and a PP Bison consider the save.
Yeah, understandable. I don't think they're really the weapons you want going into a retake with no kit as well. Although with some damage done, I mean, maybe it would have been winnable if they were nearby initially and ready to try and trade out their teammates, but this late on, of course, saving is the way to go. Eyeballers taking the 2-0 lead for themselves, and well, at least some damage was done from Movistar. They'll have a chance to do it again in this following round with the saved weaponry, and can at least try and prime themselves to be in a good position going into that first gun round. But it is Eyeballers again who get the early control, off to a solid start here on Mirage.
Exactly what they would have wanted as well after such a scrappy first 2 maps. They'll want to get a clean start here. A clean slate to work off of, rather. This round with a couple of dropped pistols, a couple of reinvestments. It's a decent enough half-buy for the Movistar Riders. The Scout maintained, of course, on Martinez. davidji, I mean, you could call it an upgrade, you can call it a downgrade, depending on how you're looking at it, but it's a PP Bison in his hands as he works his way over towards the A site. Problem is, Eyeballers, very similar to their Anubis, have found something that's working. And if it ain't broke, they really don't feel the need to fix it. Mopos close on the balcony will be forced to drop back by the Molotov. Takes a lot of damage for his trouble as well. And now as the execute comes in, the CTs, they are flooding in these rotations. Peppzor starts to thin the numbers early, and there's a lot of presence inside of the site itself for the kills. Well, they're not quite lining up. Martinez able to get one, but it's all in vain. The pistols are thinned, the PP Bison remains, which, let's face it, is not the weapon for a 1v4 clutch. Peppzor puts his man down, and I feel like this is the first time in a long time I've been able to say this, Dean. It's a clean 3-0 start to the T side.
Yeah, we had scrappy affairs on both previous maps. Not this time around. Eyeballers finding some stability, and we did say that the stats make it look like that is a possibility. This could be the one map in the series where there's a clear favourite, and it does look to be Eyeballers, especially after that Inferno performance. We'll see though. Movistar Riders could tell us differently here coming into the first gun round. Martinez has the op, they have everything they could ask for, and well, a shot initially lands on flusha. Follows up and actually takes out Cheyenne as well. That is ideal. Takes a different target. Flush is still on low health, so despite the 4-on-4, it is actually Movistar Riders who I would say sit with a bit of an advantage, making this a costly mid-control for Eyeballers.
Mopos has gone after the AWP as well. We'll get his hands on it. And as davidji takes out a lurking Peppzor, it's the man advantage with flusha down low. Need a pick out of somewhere. JW's going to be given an opportunity though. Alex over top of the smoke. And that forces a rotation from sausoL. They can no longer afford to keep a two-man lean out towards B. With JW roaming free in mid, there has to be an adjustment. Timing on that adjustment is good, however, and with sausoL finding the kill, now sapec, really the man who has to do it all. flusha on 17 HP becomes bait and nothing more. I'll pause. Still trained on this B apartments angle. It's a free kill. A good one to find as well. The bomb is dropped. The information is there. And sapec, well, he's got to start being noisy about this. Got to try and draw a shot out of this AWP. Manages to get one, but barreling out the window is sausoL. Lucky to find the first. Mopos puts him down before it gets too hectic. sapec very nearly making a miracle happen in front of our eyes, but not quite to be, as Movistar find at least an initial response on the CT side.
It was the no-scope as well that lands, so if that no-scope doesn't hit, suddenly sapec has the kill, he has a bit of room to even get the bomb down, and things would have gotten scary. But a 3-1 scoreline, Movistar do find life in the initial gun round, and hopefully have more to add off the back of it now, which is kind of the problem they were mostly suffering from on Inferno, trying to actually put together more than a single round. Martinez actually doesn't land that shot. Has been pretty consistent throughout this series so far with hitting shots like that. Unfortunately, not this time around. davidji not expecting a push already. And although he has backup allowing for a single trade, flusha's able to return one of his own. A 4-on-3. They're pulling rotations. 2 players on mid who can cut these off, though. And, well, this is just falling apart for Movistar, unfortunately. Mopos has no idea.
Mopos, no. That is not the way for it to go. Martinez last up. Has found his man and has found the bomb with it. He wants to make things a little more interesting. Attack onto Shine surely does, but before we can have too much fun with it, the headshot comes through, the AWP is taken out of the equation, and the Movistar Riders once again ruining missed opportunities, find themselves in a very rough position, trying to set up an A-ramp play, punished for it. A little fortuitous, you can say, on the timing of the eyeballers, but the economy just shatters underneath their feet. Another half buy to come, another set of pistols looking to pull off a miracle, but thus far it's not been the same scrappy affair we got on Anubis and on Inferno as well. It's been very, very tame, and the eyeballers have been getting past these kind of half buys relatively cleanly.
Yeah, the level of control that we hadn't really seen on either map up to this point by either team. Even though it's only been a fairly brief period. There's not a lot to really say much here from Movistar, just some pistols, some aggression though, that's given them decent positioning. Fortunately, they might still just lose the A-bomb site in the meantime. We'll see though, it's just 2 players. They want to definitely probe it though. Peppzor's up close waiting on a flash, I believe, from a teammate.
Feels like a mid-split A, doesn't it? At the very least, flusha to cut the rotations. Timing on this Palace play could well be everything here. If he can get the backstab on a couple of players. Peppzor is conscious of the possibility though. Sound cues should give Mopos a big opportunity here, but he can't quite find his mark. Those kind of kills are the ones that were coming through so consistently on the first 2 maps. This time, not to be, and with a full execute to back it up now, this should be job done. flusha already starting to do his work, cutting the rotations away, 3 in quick succession. Not too much to get excited about against the upgraded pistols, but very clean again from the eyeballers. They've taken a long time to find this kind of consistency, but they are clicking at exactly the moment they need it. We spoke about this Mirage. We said this is where, if the eyeballers can drag it to that 3rd map, we could really see them flourish, and that is exactly what's happening at the moment on the T side.
5-1. It's really now or never that Movistar need to turn things around. If it keeps on running away like this for eyeballers, then it's likely going to be a very quick third map here. Solid buy at least here. Now they have the op for Martinez again. Everyone pretty much has all the nades they could ask for, bar Martinez, who for now is just rocking a flash. But a slow round once again. They're not moving in quite as quick for that mid control, instead waiting to go for a little bit of a run boost alongside that flash. Not necessary in the long run though. They already had a window smoke down. There's no one actually peeking on the CT side either. Instead focused mostly towards pretty standard bomb site setups.
Yeah, I was intrigued what the change would be from Movistar Riders, how they'd look to counter the initial spree of rounds. It looks like a complete abandonment of the mid control. Martinez posted up in towards CT, can take ticket, and that's about as close as they're going to get to having any idea what's going on in mid. A little shoulder peek on short from sausoL to gather just a little more info, but as of yet, really not testing the water. A minute left on the clock as a second batch of smokes comes into that mid control, and start to work out how this T side want to play. It feels again like the A split could well be on the cards, but this time a lot more defense here for Movistar. Three-man hold, including that AWP, who's now worked his way in towards mid-site. 40 seconds. Going to be forced by the clock to commit to this. Alex lies in wait, cuts close, doesn't show his hand until the last possible moment, and there's the spray, but it's only a 1-for-1, and the ramp player tagged down low can do nothing. He's lost all support and all teammates as flusha even cuts the first rotating player out of it. And eyeballers, for a split second, that looked so concerning. A three-man stack inside of the A site for the Movistar Riders. Limited time on the clock to bail themselves out of it. But they just pick them apart. They seem to know the positions of the CT side before the CTs have decided upon them. And with the 6th round on the board, 4 players kept alive, a hunt already beginning for the 2 remaining rifles. This is really rapidly circling the drain for the Movistar Riders, you have to say.
Oh, Mopo's not going to save us. No, neither of them managing to save, actually. Damn, okay. DaviG got 1 kill, but it's not really as important to eyeballers. They can drop weapons. They have tons of economy. And they've ensured that Movistar just do not have what they need to buy here. If they saved both weapons, they probably would have scraped something together. Instead, now they're looking at another eco. They're looking at a potentially 7-1 lead for eyeballers. As they call in another pause. They're in what they can change up, and well, the focus mostly probably going to be on this next round.
Really struggling now, the Movistar Riders. Feels the momentum has slowly but certainly shifted as we've gone across this series, and by map 3, they're running on empty. Fumes are all that are keeping them in some kind of a shape, but it is getting picked apart time after time by an ever-resilient eyeballers offensive. 4 Deegs and an MP9 into this one. A little bit of proactivity in towards the Palace, hoping to set DaviG up with that MP9 up close and personal. The straight A set is going to be called here. 3 players ready and waiting. But they couldn't defend it with rifles. What will they do with a few upgraded pistols and an SMG? Molotovs go out, trying to flush these pistols out of their angles. DaviG still lies in wait up Palace, but he's losing teammates again, and they are charging their men down. 3 kills, unopposed inside of the A site. The eyeballers do it again. No matter what setup the Movistar Riders are calling right now, there is a counter every single time. And for sausoL and Mopos, again, it's a question of damage. It's a question of, can they save a rifle? Can they get some kind of output out of this round and out of their investment? Because at the moment, they're putting all their chips on black, and it is rolling red time and time again. sausoL found, and Mopos last up. Well, he's not even going to be tested. Look at the discipline from Shine, just to back away.
Yeah, it's just not coming together at all for Movistar right now. Eyeballers making it look easy. They're all going to be sitting, well, most of them will be sitting above 10,000 after this round as well, with likely no damage to be sustained. Mobuz maybe had a small chance of getting Peppzor if he kept on pushing, but that's not how it played out. 7-1. Movistar back onto the buy again. Will we see something different? Will we see some attempted aggression maybe around ramp? Perhaps put someone deep in towards the apartment so they can gamble stack a little bit more back towards A. They need to try something different, because sitting back and playing these standard holds and just peeking mid every now and again as they were initially also didn't work out. Maybe even some mid aggression could be a response. Let's push. Yeah.
Cool. It's going to get the control for free. The question is, what can they do with it? JW has absolutely flown down mid as Mopoz does make the most of that Palace pick. Peppzor goes down in the opening seconds, and sausoL should be aware here, but he's not quite aware how close JW is. Trade is found. The information for the CT side is good. They've pushed all the way out of Palace. They've got a good call on this play. JW is going to be pressed by Mopoz, but again, able to get the better of his opposition, and that's put the CT defense into complete disarray as Martinez is all alone on B. Does well to get one, but he's got to be aware of so many angles at once here. A leg onto flusha, not quite going to be enough, as now the site is swarmed and the rotations are already being hunted by JW. He knows that he's got his man locked in and around that kitchen. Martinez looks to reposition. The timing couldn't be worse for him, though, as flusha will at least take the site. This is turning into absolute carnage, but davidji has found the critical kill. JW is down. Now it's one-dimensional, or is it? Flusha again ducks the AWP, finds a lightning-fast headshot, and buys just a little bit of space for his team here. Alex will wait, but he's got a full HP teammate inside of the site in the form of Shine, who can look to back his man up, and again, the timing is disgusting from flusha, as it leaves davidji a 1v2 clutch.
It's falling apart. It's winnable though. Low health on flusha, left in the open. Scoped in, didn't quite notice he was up close. Damage done onto davidji, somehow still alive, and the molly might force the peak, but no, he backs off into van just to play the time.
So
Shine
smart.
has already done it. Yeah, there's nothing that davidji can do anymore. He'll save an AK over at least, but they're down 8-1 on the final map of the series. I mean, we knew Eyeballers were favourites here on Mirage, but I honestly wasn't expecting it to be as one-sided as we're getting right now after how back and forth the initial two maps had been. No one's waking up really in terms of individuals there on Movistar either. It's between 6 and 2 frags right now.
We spoke in the first map about how many times they had a hero bail them out of situations, and there's just nobody. Absent across the board. They're going to try and nade stack into mid initially this time. A little bit of a scrappy buy around what they could save. Nades really only chipping at this T side, though no significant damage found. And again, it looks to be questions asked of this B site. Mopoz mistimes his Molotov. And that will allow Shine a little bit of room to work with here. The XM up close and personal does good work, though, and finds the opening pick. First time in a while we've seen Movistar with the ability to consistently hold on to a first pick. 2 rounds on the trot now. Response is initial aggression in towards mid. Trades, though, from sapec are spectacular. Everyone swings him and everyone goes down on 16 HP. He's the hero of the hour. Peppzor gets the critical kill out towards A. And Mopoz has got to be wondering what on earth he has to do here. He had an XM. He managed to open up a 5v4 for his team, and instead he's 3v1. The dropped rifle towards top mid will give sapec all the info he needs here if he wants to give this one a swing. I think Mopoz just wants his hands on an M4 and an exit. And while they may be willing to oblige here on the Eyeballers side of things, sapec will go down, but it's of little to no consequence. It's a 9th round. That is, well, disgustingly solid from Eyeballers, and just falling apart at the seams for the Movistar Riders. I'm running out of ways that I can accurately describe how far we have come from that first map of Anubis.
Yeah, I mean, they're keeping some of the rounds close, managing to at least do a little bit of damage, but Eyeballers already had such an established economy that it's just not enough at this point. Even with this reinvestment, again, they pretty much have enough to keep on buying for the rest of the half, even if Movistar somehow turn it around. Another pause comes in. 9-6 is the optimal half right now for Movistar. They need 5 rounds in a row. It seems quite far out of reach at this point, I won't lie. I think anything close to an 11-4 or 12-3 even would be a recovery right now that I'm probably not even expecting to happen. Eyeballers are just fully in control of this game. AVG should have at least a FAMAS, maybe an M4 body armor. What's he going to go for?
Double timeout.
Oh, another pause. Okay.
Both by the Movistar Riders, and you can't really blame them at this point, can you? They need to change the picture. At the moment, they just can't find a way to break open the offense. They can't find a way to keep ahead of what the Eyeballers are calling. And I mean, we said it, that if the Eyeballers got to this third map, they've played Mirage 19 times in the last 3 months. The grind of Tier 2 is very evident here, by the way. When you look at the numbers, you've got, let's do some quick math on the broadcast here, 57 maps played across the 3 maps we've seen in this series for Eyeballers, compared to 16 for the Movistar Riders. So you can see the difference in grinding levels between sort of that low-level Tier 3, Tier 2, and Tier 2 looking to hit top 20, but it's paying off for the Eyeballers in spades at the moment. They are clearly very comfortable on Mirage, and, well, for the Movistar Riders, they just don't seem to have the answers at the moment. What's the change-up? How do they look to adjust? Because, well, Eyeballers are bringing out a straight contact A play here. Jump spot in CT is spotted by JW. Not quite hit the shot he was after. davidG continues to test him, but the wallbang won't connect. And at least this time, the CT side have got a hell of a lot of presence inside of this A site in the opening moments. 4 out of the 5 players, and with 1 on short, there's actually no B play at all. And still, the A site initially falls, but Alex and Martinez over the tops and edges of smokes find a couple of picks that leave the bomb out in no man's land. JW still stuck on the ramp, a lone man in Palace. Surely this one is good. Peppzor gets 1 at least, but it should be a consolation kill. Martinez takes out his AWPer, and that is more like it from the boys on Movistar Riders. flusha, well, he's finally realised the B site's open, but it is far too little, far too late.
Yeah, not really that he can do at this point. They have so much money, though, and it's already so late into the half that he may as well go and see if there's a couple of kills waiting to be found. Great round, though, from Martinez. We said this is how they were keeping it so competitive before, even when things were looking pretty flat on Inferno and such. They had individuals popping off, getting 2 and 3 Ks. That had been missing until now. Should have taken his time. I think happy to just chill, wait and see if maybe someone comes towards him that he can punish. If not, he'll just save the AK most likely.
Yeah, it's one of those situations. There's so much money in the bank, and Eyeballers have already got a 9-round T side. So you're just looking at any bonuses that they can find, any rifles that flusha can strip away here to potentially find a couple more rounds in the future. It's the little things now for Eyeballers, the small adjustments. 9-2 up, T side of Mirage is a very comfortable place to be, and the reinvestment is still going to be hefty from Movistar despite getting that round on the board. They are not in a strong position. 1 big round going against them, and that economy looks at a complete reset all over again.
Yeah, I mean, if they can somehow pull this back up to 6, that'd be a miracle, and maybe I'd start believing that we can have a game on our hands. But if Eyeballers grind out even 2 more, take it 11-4, then they should have more than enough to close it out. We'll see. Again, the focus just directly towards A. flusha lurking as he was before. This time, though, they're going to be held back by just a single smoke around stairs, although it doesn't land very well. A massive gap. Martinez drops the bomb. GG gets himself a quick kill as well, although a return from Peppzor, I was going to say maybe even a second, gets caught with a smoke in hand. Somehow gets away without being damaged too much, though. The trades are going the way of Movistar now. Close in on the CT, I think about to be spotted by Martinez as well with that drops. It's actually Mopos gets that kill either way. flusha left alone, finished off in on Tetris. Mopos gives them a 3rd round. As we're starting to see a little bit of something now from Movistar. Is it too late, though, is the question.
If they can get it through to 6, then they've got a chance. But it is just that. Eyeballers call the timeout this time, I think smelling the blood. And realising that their prey has hidden in a corner and started to try and bandage itself up. Double AWP setup is called. Mopos with the secondary duties once again currently leading the scoreboard on double digits. And the kill discrepancy, given the saves, isn't that bad. It's just been such a comprehensive domination by the eyeballers that it hasn't felt like Movistar have got any way into it. This is their chance, though. Both economies relatively sparse. If they break the eyeballers once more, should be a half buy into the next. That's a 5-round half on the board. And an opportunity to start thinking, dreaming of a T-side comeback. We've seen what the Movistar Riders can do on a solid T-side. What's the response from the eyeballers this time? First real chance they've had to change up. First real time they've been put under pressure. Initially, much the same. 3 players out towards A, a couple up mid. Waiting out any opening aggression, but JW and flusha are given nothing.
Yeah, slowing things down a little bit. Still wanting to favour A, but just with the split this time around. Needing that extra little bit of control, that extra angle of attack from Connector. With 2 players heavily committed to B itself. I was gonna say if they moved soon here, it likely could have gone well, but then having to wait out the smokes. Here we go though, popping a molly out.
Shot.
Awkward timing. Martinez, as you said, yeah, lands a crisp shot indeed. Peppzor returns 1, but they've still got a player up close on ramp here that could cause a lot of trouble, but no. Punished as he jumps up. sapec with a kill in the meantime as well, actually gives the advantage to eyeballers, but they've got the op posted up in the spawn. Martinez, the timing is going to be awkward. I think he was just spotted by that player peeking from Palace. The angle is being held. Neither landing so far. Martinez getting a second attempt, will not miss again. And there's just no room right now for that bomb to be planted with the player that's in connector. sapec has to cover it off so that they can get it down, and there we go. It's left all on Martinez. He's going to have to pull off an ace here.
Needs to isolate these fights. This was a double AWP 2-on-2, and now he needs a very swift flick onto flusha. Can't quite find it initially. Tag down to 32, has to commit to the reload. No more ammo in the chamber. He knows where sapec will likely be, but flusha just dancing around these boxes, hasn't given him anything, and flusha has seen him. He's got his prey exactly where he wants him. He knows exactly what he's up to. The punishment comes through, double digits up. And the eyeballers, they do find their response in and around that A site. Again, just a couple of missed opportunities. If that shot, that first lands from Martinez, if he finds the kill on flusha, it's asking a lot of your CT AWPer. But those are the kind of hero plays that the Movistar Riders need right now.
Oh, good. On track for a 12-3 if they can't manage to get it together with this just cobbled together buy, really, I guess is a way to put it. MP9, a shotgun, and they don't have a ton of utility to back up the rifles either. More of a standard default focus, though, for eyeballers, which we haven't seen in a while. They'd been heavily focusing towards A. That's why we're actually seeing this ramp aggression coming in from Movistar. Unfortunately for them, it looks like the focus more around mid. This round, Peppzor catches both of them getting aggressive. There's a player pushed up in the B apartments as well. That's Mopos with the shotgun, so they can still at least focus 2 players around this A bomb site, but it's going to be difficult to do anything as Martinez now left alone and on ramp. Sorry, he actually still has sausoL back in the spawn. It was the player pushed up on B that got taken down. My bad.
Yeah, it just goes
worse.
From bad to worse.
Yeah.
Peppzor reads the aggression, has to be traded there. That's just simple numbers. You've got to find that trade kill. It doesn't come through. And from there, cracking open the B site makes it all too easy. JW does miss his shot on the retreating AWP of Martinez, who will desperately look to save for the last round of this first half. Should be a hunt coming in here as well. There's money on a couple of these eyeballers players to try and take away what little firepower the Movistar Riders will have. But 11 rounds on the board, a 12th. A very potential outcome. Very high potential outcome. It just goes from bad to worse for the Movistar Riders. It really feels like that momentum has just been snapped away from them. Martinez, at the very least, will hold on to the AWP, and they will have those extra rifles for one last shot. An 11-4 half, something of a CT side to build off of. 12-3 feels like it surely, inevitably is done. 11-4 gives you just that little glimmer of hope, that little silver lining. A little bit of light at the end of the tunnel, which Movistar Riders need oh so desperately.
I mean, either scoreline would have lost the pistol round kind of quickly diminishes the hope. But yeah, an 11-4 definitely is what they want to work with. Get the pistol, you can maybe even go up towards 7 before you find any real challenges. Slow round again from Eyeballers. Those spots the jumpy, not quite landing. There's a player aggressive up in Palace right now as well that I don't think they initially spotted, but sausoL getting himself that kill. Will have his position confirmed, wants to come back for a little bit more action and just gives his life away. That could have been a big position to hang on to.
Really unfortunate. JW well placed to find the kill. flusha's got his back as well as Alex looks to swing. And at this point, it goes from bad to worse. They're just going to brawl their way out onto this A site, Eyeballers. No trickery. 3 players now in the ramp, 1 working his way through mid. Smoke goes out to try and isolate these fights. davidG has taken a lot of Molotov damage in towards CT as well. He's stuck in a very tough place to hold right now. Martinez needs to back his man up. But from the jungle, it's going to be so difficult to do. davidG lies in wait in CT. Martinez holds the cross. They have got a flashbang to clear this. Shine will look to enable it, but JW does one better, picks his man. And now as the AWP looks to swing, JW continues his reign of terror. Last man up punished, 12-3 as we head to the halftime. Eyeballers looking to get it done quickly.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Well, one thing is for certain, and that is that Movistar Riders have not left themselves with a lot of room here. 12-3 as they head to the T side of Mirage and in need of one of the mother of all comebacks.
Yeah, this pistol round where it needs to start. There's actually a bit of a B stack going on right now, though, I believe. Yeah, 3 players, 2 of them, though, peeking up into the apartments, meaning they are heavily committed. Shying swings before they come out as well, wanting the fight. As the Glocks now are going to begin to overrun them, nothing can be done. This looks like it should be Movistar's round, unless it somehow tragically falls apart. I don't think there's a lot JW or Peppzor are going to be able to say about it.
This one's a goner. And a much needed one for the Movistar Riders as well. A 4th round on the board, something to work with as they chip away. And a nice confidence builder as well. A fast-paced B execute that lands first time. While Pos looking to make it a clean sweep, has found half a dink. JW will at least find a kill to make it just that little bit worse for the T side, but it is going to be their round regardless. JW is really keen not to die here as well. Absolutely flying on his retreat, but he's going to be pinned in from all sides here. As in on the A side, Martinez will find his man at last.
Alright, Movistar, let's see what you've got for us here. They're going to need one of the craziest T sides I've seen on Mirage in a long time, though, if they want to make this win happen. Seems like eyeballers are happy to take one eco as well and just try and get the guns out as early as possible. Not too worried about being flush on nades and such. You can see even how heavy on the rifles Movistar have gone, not wanting to give an inch. They want every advantage that they can have coming into this round, knowing that the pistols could still cause some trouble for sure.
Can't blame them. They've had some real problems dealing with these kind of half eco buys. sausoL's taken a lot of damage in this one, down to 24, but he's got a nice angle now to finish the job he started, and indeed his spray will connect. 3 HP separates him from the grave, but that's all you need. With teammates in support, 3 default pistols remaining on the eyeballers side of things. Should be a clean sweep for the Movistar Riders, a 5th on the board, and again, another little confidence boost, right? Getting past it cleanly. Even though Alex takes a dink, he still finds his kill. Sapec and flusha, well, they will get their reward. A kill comes through, and with some low HP bars on the board, it starts to get a little sketchy, but Alex, before it gets too concerning, does manage to put his men to bed. And now we get to see what the eyeballers are really made of. Rifles are out, and it starts to get interesting.
Yeah, I mean, if Movistar get this first gun round, though, that's when I start to believe that maybe they've got some fight in them. Take that first gun round, then another eco likely comes in for eyeballers. You're up towards 7, and that's when I think eyeballers would maybe not be worrying, but they'd be saying, okay, let's calm this down, lads. This isn't a certainty anymore, as the nade does some damage, and sapec, I was going to say, forced to commit to the fight because of the molly, actually just backs through and takes the damage.
It's a good opening. Good control for the Movistar Riders as well. A man behind the mid boxes. Molotov does a lot of the heavy lifting for them, but the damage is damage regardless of how it comes. Lots of timings on the board now. Eyeballers wanting to press the issue. JW dry peeking mid, drops into the underpass, and I don't think sausoL is going to expect this kind of a timing here. And it is going to be a question of timings because he's getting support now in towards the B app. sausoL has been spotted. Now the G will go down for 3. Now JW's got a choice to make, and he hangs around a little too long. Head taken off as a result, and that B site starts to look very vulnerable with a 3-man take on short, a 2-2 turtle setup. sapec down on 39, but they're rerouting, and they're rerouting into an MP9 and an M4. That A site just as vulnerable as B in all reality, given the lack of firepower available. Peppzor doing what he can. 1 from CT. Mopos goes down. That'll buy time on the cross as well. And Peppzor actually comes in with a second, steals it, takes it from the hands of the MP9, who through the smoke will find space for him to get yet another, and it's all Peppzor. 4 kills out of 4 on the A-site defense. The rifle sings, and Movistar Riders just again looking at the same damn problems. The trades just do not come.
They can just about scrape together an investment, but Not everyone has the rifles even to work with. The utility is very limited, and if they lose this, it's 15 most likely for eyeballers, given Movistar maybe only one more full gun round. So yeah, I don't like this at all. Just don't have the room to work with after such a slow first half. Very passive on the hold here as well, expecting this aggression, it looks like. Alex with the deagle, not able to catch it.
Needed that kill. Needed an opening pick here. Something a little special again. We're asking for someone to stand up and be counted. How many times for the eyeballers have Shine, sapec, Peppzor all stood up and found big rounds, big results? Movi have just been missing that since Anubis. It's just not quite been the same. And as they look to set up this straight execute into the A site, they are going to need somebody to go big. flusha with the MP9 under dark. Peppzor once again lurking around triple, where he got so much done the round prior, and he's got sapec in and amongst connector as well to buy him a little bit of space. That molly gives Peppzor's position away here. He could be in a lot of trouble, but flusha trades 1 for 1, buys that little bit of extra space for Peppzor, who again is able to swing out of trouble and grab himself at least one more kill. Finally, he's put down, but he's more time for the rotations, and a couple of team kills keep eyeballers in it. sausoL goes down to Mopoz, and it leaves Shine in a 1v2 with low HP bars ahead of him. sausoL on 14, Alex on 56. They tap the bomb once. They want to bait the peak. Now they look to stick it down. And that gives a little bit of space. Shine, clean headshot. Alex next up as he looks to reposition. A CT smoke just to give a little room. And Alex is going to play this. He's going to be cheeky with it. Shine has got a kit, but surely there's no way he expects Alex here. So close to his mark. Alex walks in underneath, and oh no, the timing. Shine checks it, Alex backs into it. He Goomba stomps his man, Mario style. It is done, 14. And once again, it is just falling by the wayside for the Movistar Riders. Once again, they just cannot quite finish their meal.
Yeah, I mean, even with the bomb plant, they don't have quite what they need for the buy, but they're going to go for it anyway. It's either that or take the eco and have one full gun round to fight for an overtime where you need 10 in a row. I mean, I think it's understandable that they've decided to just go for it here. It's not looking good though, eyeballers. Looking to make this a swift map number 3, although it's been fairly slow how the rounds have been playing out. Really focused mostly towards B. There is a bit of presence on mid. Good damage, as you said. sapec getting caught. Fortunately, it was by the Galil, not an AK. They have no AKs, actually.
They will double back on it, though, knowing that they've got a player low HP now inside of the A site. Forced rotations, a little slow to come through, and they could actually just hit this A site. Instead, they're going to double pump it. Initially, it looked like they would retreat. Instead, looping around, and you can see the low HP bar has forced flusha to rotate in, provide a little extra support, so it will just leave these 2 players inside of the B site. JW proactive with it. sausoL not expecting the call. Goes down relatively freely. Davigi will trade though, and again it leaves 1 man. Shine, back of the site. Spotted, I believe, by the swing of Martinez there. He can't quite find the kill. Trade at least. Pistol trades rifle, that's solid. Mopoz catches the flank as well, but the bomb is stuck for now as Alex wants to think about getting out of there. Instead, they're going to have to play for the flank, and through the smoke, they do just that. Davigi, a huge kill as Peppzor is left to try and find another miracle, another clutch. Goes down low on his first fight. That can't bode well, but he finds both. And 1v1 with 17 seconds left. Mopoz looks to redirect out through short. Timings are going to be everything here. And Peppzor has made his way to Van. He hears these footsteps. He plays the headshot angle, but he fires too soon. Gives himself half a chance. The angle's just not quite working out for the Galil. 2 seconds left and he finds his kill. Peppzor just fires off a split second too soon and opens the door for a huge clutch in the concept of Movistar Riders' chances in this series.
Yeah, that's completely broken eyeballers' economy. flusha even and JW are looking at double ecos, so they are just going to go in for the buy. Some pistols and some Kevlar. It's still going to be a super long road for Movistar to get truly back into this game, but as long as they withstand this force buy right now, then there'll be an eco. They'll head up towards 8, maybe even 9 rounds before they get have a real challenge. So, big chance. Peppzor gets a kill there, though. Sapec even does some decent damage on the follow-up. And really, they've already rotated all 4 players in position here, so this could still get dangerous with the Deagles.
Yeah, why not gamble it? The trade's just about working out, though. Shine doing what he can to change that picture. Has bought himself a 1v2. How many times have we seen him here? And oh my goodness, the damage. Reloads off, looks for it, and he gets it! Shine on the Deagle! The 1v2 clutch up once again. He doesn't even need the headshots. Just keep putting lead through them till they die of poisoning, my man. 15. Deagle forced by lands for the Eyeballers. Another disaster for the Movistar Riders. And as the buy comes through, look at how disjointed it is for Movi. It's a charity shop of a buy, whatever they happen to have in stock. A Tech, 2 Deagles, a Scout, a Galil. Admittedly, there's 2 MP9s over on the CT side, but will it even matter? JW through the smoke opens up. The man advantage is found. And surely the Eyeballers won't let this one go.
It's heartbreaking. What a way to let your last opportunity to get into the game really slip away. JW Shine, they're just taking up all the kills. It's looking like indeed it's going to be a very fast map number 3. Unless Alex and Davy G have a crazy clutch up their sleeves. And this push even through Palace is going to put a stop to it before they can really have any hope. No, the timing doesn't quite work out. AVG just about beats it, but it doesn't matter. They confirmed it with the info, as you said. Rotations come in. They've stacked up the A-bomb site, and they're keeping them busy now while this backstab comes in. Maybe literally. Will he go for it? Yeah, there we go. 16-6. It's ended on a knife kill. A very impressive Mirage. We said it was a possibility that map number 3 could be one-sided. For eyeballers, just having a look at the stats, I mean, I think that's the 3rd time Movistar have played it in the past few months, and they just haven't played it in like a month and a half in total, I think. So we knew